Steve Davis Show. Special guest today is athletic director and also a head football coach at La Cueva High School, Brandon Back. Brandon, hey, it's good to see you. Things are going good. You're on a 4-game winning streak. But before we start, I just want to say, hey, thanks for winning the Director's Cup for last year.
Thanks,
And talk about that and talk about the award and it's your first year of being an athletic director, what it meant to you.
Well, it's a great representation of the great coaches we have and the great athletes we have here at La Cueva. For them to be able to put the championship runs together and the district championship runs that they were able to do really is a reflection of the staff more than me. It's just a great thing to be a part of.
And the other thing I want to thank you on is something that I've tried to do for almost 15 years, and you've got some students doing some broadcasting. Speak on those students.
Yeah,
speak on what your goal is with it and what you're trying to get accomplished.
We're really excited about it. We put a La Cueva media team together, and we kind of put it out there at the beginning of the year, and being able to partner with ProView and Game Vision gives us the opportunity for these kids to broadcast some games live and to be part of not just their sport but other sports. And we've got a good group, about 15 kids who have done it really well. We've done 4 volleyball games now. We're excited about potentially.
What a bright young man he is, and he came in, and I got to speak to him probably 2 or 3 weeks ago at a volleyball game, and he just seems like he's taking ownership of this.
Yeah, he's our production leader. He's our director, kind of thing. And I've put him as a student in charge of everything, and he communicates with all the other entities and all the other individuals to get them on where we need to be. And he really loves the back side of the house and stuff. He also is a volleyball player. He plays volleyball in the spring with our boys.
Know every player on the court, and if you can name them, and that's the beauty of guys like Sebastian and Ed Nunez and all the Aaron Rivera, all these guys. What I've said, just know that because those parents love.
That's what they want to hear. They want to hear Hito's name called out correctly too. That's the other big thing.
And you and I were both.
Pronunciator of high school, taking ownership of your actions and taking ownership of your role, whatever that role happens to be. Everybody has a role, and one of the big focuses that I talked to with the La Cueva admin was making sure that it was student led. I can get in there and I can create the schedule and I can do all these other things, but that really doesn't give these kids ownership into that. And you don't learn until you mess it up. We tell our kids that all the time. So get in there, get your feet wet, screw it up a little bit and try to figure out what you're doing right and doing.
But I was like, this is good. This is a good thing.
Right. So I think it's a really good thing, and it's fun to watch these kids, the excitement they have on their face when they get to, because there's a lot of things we as adults we want them to be responsible, but we don't want to give them opportunities to be responsible. And this is a great opportunity for them to be responsible for the production of these sub-varsity games. And the flip side of that coin, too, is the sub-varsity teams don't often get the opportunity to be streamed live with commentators.
McConnell, Julian Lovato. And here's Carson McConnell taking the first shot of the game. It sails over the keeper. Second chance opportunity is in. And it's the freshman Nico Reyes.
Elijah Brady looks left. And he caught it, and he's still in bounds. He's still going. That was Ricky Martinez. Good play there. I think the defense thought he was out of bounds or something because he stopped playing.
Is breaking through. He's back through at the 20, the 10. Villalobos with another giant run. This one. Cougars trying to get this offense cooking. Noah Carroll on the
head football coach at La Cueva. We talked about here again. Congratulations on the Director's Cup. That's a big honor because it's statewide and compete against the whole state. So that means you're number one in the state, and I can say that.
Him up and giving him the right calls at the right time to make plays, and it's been a year to watch him grow. I think he's definitely one of the best athletes out there, and he's going to be hard to contain on Saturday.
Well, West Mesa is a team that, the way I look at it, this is my is if he's hitting his receivers, it could be a long
Yeah,
night.
it's thankfully they didn't. Those two slot receivers they had last year were they were impressive and fast, and they put up 62 points on us last year, and so it was. It's just one of those things where we got to find a way to kind of cut down his reads and get pressure. But their offensive line blocks really well, so we know what they look like, and we know what we have to do to be better. If we get the opportunity to meet them again, but I think those two teams right now are just kind of clicking on all cylinders.
So who's the fourth team? Help me out with the fourth team.
I think Volcano's number 4. I think they're a solid number 4. You got Rio Rancho and Los Lunas both at 5 and 6, somewhere in that range, I think. But I think definitely Volcano's the number 4 team. They're tough.
And the thing, you've played all those teams.
All of them. Yeah, we played all of them.
You played all, in your first 3 games. You don't
It
care
definitely
who you
helps
play.
for them to come up here, yeah, when they have to travel versus when we have to travel. But
A team in your district that you're going to play here in a couple of weeks. I know you're getting ahead of Waste Miss, but how about Sandia?
Sandia is impressive. They're 6-1 on the season right now. Their only losses to Volcano. They had really good wins against West Mesa the other week and El Dorado last week. So they're a team that's kind of like us. They're young in a lot of spots, but Coach Adcox has been there before. He's won a state championship at Manzano. He knows what it takes to be successful. He knows what it takes to win, and he gets his kids ready every single week. So I think it's going to be a hard-fought game for us in a couple weeks.
Well, I talked to Coach Adcox, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, and he was playing Volcano Vista that weekend.
Prior being the number 1 guy, he played receiver for us and running back. He's very, very talented, and we knew he is a great quarterback. He's going to be a great quarterback, but he had to go through some lumps early, and I think those things are going to make him a better quarterback. He's had to face some adversity throwing the ball and running the ball, but he's responded to every single situation, and he's continues to get better every single week. So I think he's going to be a guy that just is going to be on a lot of people's radars, and he just does things right, and that's just something you can hang your hat on when you're doing things right.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about the rest of the district and the state and also Cueva football. And I tell you what, and again, congratulations on on the cup. I guess the big.
There you go.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs.
Steve Davis Show. Special guest again is Brandon Beck, head football coach and also the athletic director of La Cueva High School, and on a roll right now, 4-4 going on. Got a tough. The game. I think at this time of year, right, it gets district time. You can't take anything.
No, every game's important, especially in district, and especially when you got talented kids that you're going up against. So every game's going to be hard. We've got West Mesa this week, Sandia next week, and then Farmington to close out our district schedule. So it's going to be a three-week battle for sure.
And I tell you, and it's barring injuries and everything. Right now, you're healthy. Is that correct? Last year,
healthy. We've went into a weird injury bug. We've had 5 ACLs, 6 broken collarbones, and 2 broken legs this year. So it's been a war of attrition, but we've got guys who kind of bought.
Sorry, I brought that up.
It was an interesting game. Those 2 very talented teams. We both lost a lot to graduation, but it's going to be. I think we'll get an opportunity to see them again. We hope if we continue to do things right, we might get that chance.
And then we talked about Centennial, a team, a compo. Just his name.
He's you talk about a guy who can find the best place for each one of his players. That's Coach Ocampo. He puts his kids in the right spot.
4th and 1 or 4th and 2, and I think they did it 3 or 4 times in the first half. It didn't.
Yeah,
finish.
I didn't get to see all that game yet, but I know that Volcano they got some dudes, man. You see those kids are walking around. They are some big kids. And they match up well with every single person that they're going to face. So that district's going to be interesting to see.
They got a good runner. That running back.
They got a running back is very, very tough. We had a hard time bringing him down. We had a lot of things go right in that game for us in special teams and defense, scoring points. But that running back, between that running back and Cleveland there. But every time I see pictures of that stadium, it's just amazing down there. But
All their
Hobbs,
facilities are
yeah, their
pretty
facilities are fantastic. Oil money helps. Ask Artesia. But Hobbs, they're a team I think that's got a lot of special talent. You still have Los Lunas, who runs the ball really, really effectively and runs the ball well. And then Cruces, the other team I don't think a lot of people are talking about is Las Cruces. You know, Coach, he does a great job down there getting his kids ready every single week. And they're young. I think he started I want to say 9 sophomores last year, so they're juniors this year. And they continue to grow. And I know they've already played Centennial, and Centennial beat them, but that Las Cruces team, if you know anything about Las Cruces football, you know they're going to be tough kids. They're going to be just tough as nails kids. And I think those teams down there are still going to make some noise later on as we get closer and closer to the playoffs. Schmoppen, and so that's going to be a war. And then you got Coach Lynn and Roswell on the other side, and what he's been able to do at Roswell football, because when I first started coaching, everything about football in Roswell was related to Goddard. You know, and whatnot. And now it's kind of, I feel like it's switched a little bit, and Roswell's really taken a hold on the football side. And they've just done some great things down there. Coach Lynn has just continued to put the teams together, and he's won a state championship. He's done things down there, and he's got a coaching legacy. His dad is a heck of a coach from Cobre, I believe it is. And then obviously his brother coaches at West Texas A&M now and was at NEMI and Eastern. And so it's just kind of one of those legacy things. But you talk about two teams, what a fun game that's going to be a part of. And it's just going to be two big names going at it right before the playoffs start, and I'm sure they'll see each other in the playoffs regardless of who wins that game. But what a tough team.